up, dudes? It's Molly. I just started watching this documentary called The Dark World of Megachurches, and I got to a point where I saw Bible passages, and it said Timothy, and then it said Matthew, and then all of a sudden a bunch of transmissions came in. So I'm going to read them to you. And I have the butterfly deck and what's left of the angel deck. And we'll just see where this takes us. All right? The name of this message is called Galactic Professors Exposing Antichrist Charlatans. Oh my God. I forgive myself and my past. All right? Hey, Timothy and Matthew, check this out. Okay. I see, okay, my desk is kind of messy right now. This just popped, and what is he looking at? He's looking at those cards right there. Builder. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. A salute might mean something. Yeah. To those who have surrendered, we salute you. You're a gnarly puzzle, but I will figure you out. Psych. Whoa, that's some heavy shit. This is my card for somebody who all of a sudden got sucked into the tunnel of love. Dude, where are we going? You've got my brain all crazy. Talk to the hand. Work it out. All right, and then here's the other card that popped. Counseling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. Hey, Timothy and Matthew, check this out. These reptilian charlatans swoop in to brown and black communities and mindfuck these people to give them their money. This should be illegal. In the name of God. You can't swindle religion, or spirit gets pissed and people go to jail. Flaming sword. I am capable of creating something out of nothing. All right. So, Spirit wants us, if this resonates with you, I'm getting better and better every day in every way. Soul School Extra Credit. We're going to learn about the megachurch. All right. And then once again, Spirit wants us to watch the many affairs and scandals of Paula White. This is the Antichrist behavior. It's people who are fleecing people in the name of God and treating religion as a business. So when people say Satan tries to fool you, so Lucian Greaves is kind of a big name for the Satanic Temple. He's kind of the spokesperson. That's not the devil. No, when he shows up with a statue of Baphomet, that's not Satan fooling you. When he has a permit and that statue's on a flatbed, that's not Satan fooling you. Satan, the concept of that, is these people who teach you how to be narcissistic. Teach you how to like suck your own ego dick, for lack of a better way to say it, to really make it stick home. These fake Christians who are fleecing people in the name of God That's the real Antichrist behavior. Remember when Jesus flipped the tables for the tax collectors around holy places? Yeah. These charlatans' tables are getting flipped. The hypocrites. So, if you don't know about Baphomet, the Knights Templar used to worship Baphomet. Baphomet stands for perfect social order. So picture like the yin-yang, the black and the white. There's the good and the bad. It's called the truth. It's not personal, it's the truth. And all Baphomet has to do is show up, and you will watch these full-blown hypocrites completely unzip, show their reptilian self in their energy, and have full-blown faux Christian tantrums. We can be here, but no, you can't. Who made you God? Like, God didn't say that. Your book that you're living your life at and like oppressing other people who don't believe in your book through politics is a book. It's a manual. And in the United States, we have freedom of religion. And so the far-right conservative Antichrist Christian behaving in Antichrist-like behavior has mind-fucked everybody. And they're making a lot of money off of everybody. Teaching people how to be part of the stuck-up club. No, we're these people. Everybody else. Yeah. Do you know who a barbarian was back in history? We hear the word barbarian. That wasn't a certain kind of person that was from a certain kind of place. No, the Romans called anyone who wasn't a Roman a barbarian. It's all the people who weren't at the stuck-up lunch table. The bloated bobbleheads of moral righteousness. They keep forgetting that freedom of religion means where the of means from. Freedom from religion. So whoever politician can be whatever religion they want to be. But as an American citizen, this whole social project called the United States was started to get away from that kind of religious oppression. We have freedom from religion. He can be whatever fucking religion he wants to be. He can live his life however he wants to be with his religious rules. But I do not need to live my life by that dude's religion. I have freedom of religion in the United States. And these conservative Christians who are now getting their religious values in politics are forgetting what freedom of religion means. It doesn't just mean you can be whatever religion you want to be. It means I have safety and freedom from your religion. I don't need to live my life by a religion that I don't belong to. So all Baphomet does is show up and these people completely tantrum. I'm feeling really hot in the ears. I'm feeling like I'm blushing. Some people might have a major aha moment. The hypocrites. They might finally understand. Nobody has to belong to your stuck-up club called Your Religious Morals. That's what the United States was founded on. Let's think of it one step further. Now we have several states in the United States where a little girl or a woman gets held down and raped. These people's morals have decided that little girl and that woman has no sovereignty over her body. She has to grow that rape baby now. Yeah, but that's not our religion. See where this is getting sticky and it's becoming oppression? That's Antichrist. All right. Children and author. Children, your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. I brought this up with somebody once and they said, oh, well, they make exceptions for that. No, that's what no exception means. No exception for rape or incest. Do you know that there was a woman, I can't remember what state it was, she had to go to the higher courts of her state because the fetus she had inside of her didn't have a skull. It was growing, but it didn't have a skull and it was not going to live. Let's just critically think this out. She wanted an abortion. She didn't want to wait for this fetus that's not going to be viable. It doesn't have a skull to die and start rotting inside of her. She had to take it to higher courts of her state and say, please, will you make an exception for me? It's really nobody's fucking business but that woman and her doctor. Please, will you make an exception for me? And what did they do? They said, yes, we'll make an... We have now decided there's exceptions for babies with no skulls. Can you imagine the trauma that women and children are going through? And I say children because little girls can get their period as young as 8 years old. So it's time to wake up. Children, your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. Author, you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. So Spirit wants us now to watch this documentary about the megachurch, the real Antichrist, the real reptilians, the real charlatans. Identify this vibration. Then it will start looking cartoony and buffoony. You will never get scammed by one of these charlatans once you learn about it. These buffoons that swoop into blue-collar neighborhoods and fleece the fuck out of these people with the idea of, if you don't give money out to me, you won't get money back. Using cadences, rhythmic talking, literally hypnotizing people, calling it preaching. I'm in preaching mode. No, you're hypnotizing people, brainwashing people. Spirit wants us to watch. Yeah, there's some documentaries now that I will put in the comment section of this particular reading. It's going to be the megachurch reading. It's going to be the affairs and scandals of Paula White. It's going to be when the satanic temple's quest for First Amendment rights, where, like I said, that man Lucian Greaves comes in with a statue of Baphomet that stands for, now remember, the Knights Templar used to worship this. Baphomet stands for perfect social order. So all that statue had to do was roll up, and you watch these fake Christians sucking their ego dicks so hard that they literally think they're getting brownie points with God. They're not thinking anything through. Total sheeple. Not even realizing how hypocritical they are. There's one dude that says, no, not here, not on the grounds. Yeah, no, bring out Mary, Day of Assumption. Yeah, we're just having a mass right here. We can be here, but you can't. The politician who says, so what has happened was the 10 Commandments were put on the front yard of a government building. Everybody said, what the fuck, except the people who are like, hell yeah, 10 Commandments are part of my club. Well, we'll just put some, then we go into a little animal farm here. We'll just put some more paint on the barn because we already got our pants on. Yeah, no, we'll just say, here's how we get around it. We bend all the rules. It's the oldest form of law. Well, it looks awfully religious to me. That's what everybody have said. Somebody ran their fucking car through it. Yeah, Gilead, we don't need your shit here. You can return your bolts of red fabric for the capes. It's not happening. Then they put it back up. We have freedom of religion in the United States. That does not belong on government grounds. So here comes Lucian Greaves with his statue of Baphomet, saying, oh no, you don't need to take that down, religious people. You just need to scooch over at the stuck-up lunch table because now our statue is coming. Watch these hypocrites freak the fuck out. And then you watch this politician say, it will be a cold day in hell when everyone has equal rights. But the way he says it is, it will be a cold day in hell when we are something like this, when we are forced to put an offensive statue on the government's front yard. With no ability to self-reflect that his 10 Commandments are just as offensive to a whole bunch of people that also live in the United States and have freedom of religion, and that government front yard is just as much theirs. That's how corrupt this has become. Just a bunch of narcissistic sheeple who have been mind-fucked by the Antichrist. They're just too dumb to realize it. It's time to wake up. The Antichrist don't roll in on a flatbed looking like Baphomet. No, it's a vibration, a narcissistic, ego-driven vibration that will fleece the fuck out of anything for the almighty dollar. Because remember, religions are businesses now, and they don't have to pay taxes like a business does. Yeah, well, spirit gets pissed and people go to jail. Let's read it again. Galactic professors exposing Antichrist charlatans. Hey, Timothy and Matthew, check this out. These reptilian charlatans swoop into brown and black communities and mindfuck these people to give them their money. This should be illegal in the name of God. Yeah, a religious leader should not be able to say your hopes and dreams will not come true unless you give me money. I am a speaker of God. I am the word of God. That should not come out of a religious person's mouth. That's a charlatan. God loves you. Your God loves you just as much if you have money or if you don't have money. Your hopes and dreams will come true if you don't have money to give to somebody. You can't swindle religion or spirit gets pissed and people go to jail. Flaming sword. So what is the flaming sword? We've all seen it. A sword with flames off of it. Many people have tried to talk about it. They're totally oblivious. I am grateful for the life I have while I earnestly pursue the life I desire. The flaming sword means God's honest truth. So in tarot, for example, we learn lessons 1 through 10 in cycles. I co-create my life with the universe. I love myself enough to live my best life. So the Ten of Swords, traditional tarot image of the Ten of Swords, somebody laid out on the ground, just laid out on the ground with 10 swords in their back. Usually an animal in the background being like, what the fuck? Swords are thoughts. So think of the harsh edge of a sword and the fucking truth of a sword. So Ten of Swords is often betrayal. Finally learning the lesson over and over and over enough again that you surrender. It's the end. The end of whatever that harsh lesson was. Which oftentimes includes the Three of Swords, which is a broken heart. And then you transcend the lesson. You've gotten to the end. You've cleared the Ten of Swords. This is as worse as it's ever gonna get. And you cleared it. It's the Super Bowl slam, and now you're bouncing back up. And then the cycle turns over and you get the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords stands for truth and clarity. So you now have an Ace of Swords, truth and clarity, your badge on your sash, however you want to look. You've transcended the lesson you just learned, and you've earned the sword. So there comes a point for some people, I am getting better and better in every day and every way. I give my all in whatever I do. There are some people that have transcended whatever the lesson is. And they've received the Ace of Swords from Spirit, the truth. But they may have imposter syndrome. They may still be overthinking. They may be new in listening to their intuition and their gut. They may be overthinking and killing the magic of the message. So that in that delicate time, and that's what we strive to move forward, so we listen to our intuition. And in that delicate time where you say, do I really have the truth? That's when the love of God comes in and shows you the flaming sword. God's honest truth. God's saying, listen up, you little fucker. You can't lie to yourself any longer. This is the truth. So a bunch of people may have just seen the flaming sword and can no longer ignore the insult to intelligence. I give my all in whatever I do. We have twin flames coming together for sure. All right, final message. Final message. Beware of charlatans planting seeds of doubt. There's lots of talking heads who have no idea what they're talking about. I enjoy the journey of life. If you just had a brutal spiritual awakening, if you're in a dark night of the soul, if you're very fragile, if you've just had a tower, you have to remember, a tower comes and spirit resets you to a zero. You're like a spiritual little baby. You're like a little seedling that just popped out of the dirt. Very, very fragile. And you need to be surrounded by empathetic people, people who understand what this process is that you're around. You don't need to be by abusers, charlatans, narcissists, because those people can actually feel that vibration of that brand new light, that new passion, that new flicker, and they will try to snuff that out. It's whatever demon rolls around in their fucking vessel. And that's people who have not mastered the ego. And they will leave you in the dark. They will give you horrible advice. They will plant seeds of doubt to put paranoia in you. Go with the people who make you feel good. Those are not energy vampires. Like, always try to strive to hang out with people that you respect and that are better than you at something. If you're only surrounding yourself around people where you're the best, that's a bullseye set right here. You're hitting it every time. You should always strive to work or be around people you respect, you feel like you can learn something from. And always be that way to somebody else, too. If you feel that vibe that they respect you, you hand down a helping hand, I hear, and you help pull them up. We don't try to keep people down. No, the light workers help raise people up in vibration. Because we are supposed to enjoy the journey of life. 100%. All right, dudes, there's the lesson. There's the message. I'll put those links in the comment section of this reading, and Spirit wants us all to get educated. So knowledge is the key to freedom. And you can feel better and you can heal yourself. You're smart enough. All you have to do is the work. And the work is retaining the knowledge, getting the knowledge. So you'll find it down in the comment section today.